Yo and hello, what is going on out there, everybody? Willie Epting Jr. Hashtag Brothers of Baseball Show right here on the Big Game Christian Sports Network. It's your boy, man, checking in live, loud, and in color. We're going to talk about the new inductees into immortality in Cooperstown. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. Also, got a little bit of a video I want to show you guys out there. I think it's pretty dope in terms of one of those immortals. And so yeah, we got so much to get into. And of course, I'm gonna talk about also why, oh man, it's just so heartbreaking that Gary Sheffield is not gonna get in, is voted in by the writers, but I think he will get in at some point. So before we do anything else and go any further, this first segment of this brand new hashtag Brothers of Baseball show is being brought to you by us. Who is us? We is us. Well, we is the Big Game Christian Sports Network. And yes, we would like to get your feedback on our network. Your feedback will help us to provide or improve rather and present you, the listener, with the best possible programming for your listening enjoyment. Just leave your first initial and your last name as well as your feedback and comments at BGCSports.net. Again, that is comments at BGCSports.net. And thank you for making us better and your first choice for sports talk that is lit. And of course, we are the fastest growing online Christian sports network in the solar system. So thank you guys out there for continuing to support the vision that is the BGC Sports Network. Okay, I want to go ahead and get into this because there's some exciting times going on for Adrian Beltre, as well as Todd Helton, and of course Joe Mauer. But I want to play this real quick because, I think this is pretty cool, and let's just go ahead and get to it right now. Here we go. Allegedly. Okay, here we go.
Cooperstown, New York.
You ready?
Yeah.
Answer it. No, I'm gonna leave it. Go to the
Answer.
speaker. Hello.
Hello, may I speak with Adrian Beltre, please?
Yes, sir. This is him.
Adrian, this is Jack O'Connell, calling you from the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Your new second home. The baseball writers have elected you to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's official.
That young man, ladies and gentlemen, deserves every bit of being in the Hall of Fame. And it's not just because of the numbers that he put up at the dish. Man, that dude's glove at the hot corner was nothing short of sensational. He played 19, 20 years. Let me see how many years he played. Actually, I have it right here. No need to guess. He played 21 years. Adrian Beltre played long enough for his career to buy himself a drink. 21 years. Of course, he had the first few years in LA. Think about what he did in Los Angeles in 2004. Led the majors in home runs with 48. He was second in the MVP balloting. I can't remember who won it that year, but he was second in the MVP in balloting. In 2010 with the Dodgers, with the Boston Red Sox. And I almost forgot that he even played for the Red Sox, played in 154 games with them that year. 28 homers, 102 driven in, led the league in doubles with 49. All-star, of course. Here's the thing about Adrian Beltre, though. When he was second in the MVP balloting in Los Angeles for the National League in 2004, he signed a huge free agent deal to go to Seattle and play with the Mariners. And I remember this like it was yesterday. This dude had a precipitous drop-off from what he did in 2004 with the Dodgers to what he did in 2005, and really moving forward into this last couple years in Seattle. It was just not a good fit. He goes from 48 home runs in 2004 to 05 with only 19. But he did pick it up a little bit there in the 06, 07, and 08 with 25, 26, and 25 respectively. But here's the thing, though. He got better as his career went on, because when he came to the Texas Rangers, I mean, it was nothing short of remarkable. He had 4 years of more than 100 RBIs. He had more than 4 years, or he had 4 years with more than 30 plus. Actually, it was 3 with 30 plus home runs. And again, the glove that dude flashed was nothing short of sensational. I'm telling you right now that if anybody deserves to get into the Hall on a first ballot by no stretch of the imagination, it's that cat. That cat deserved to get into the Hall of Fame. Again, congratulations to him. Congratulations to the next person we're going to talk about, because he was one of my favorite players. And even though he played in Colorado, and a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, some people held that against him. He played all 17 years out there at Coors Field. And we know the type of atmosphere that the Mile High City has. 5,000 feet above sea level. And when it warmed up out there, the ball would just fly out of the park. But that's not Todd Helton's fault. It's not his fault that he was drafted, or he played for the Rockies from 1997 to 2013 for a career span of 17 years. It's not his fault that, you know, the weather is what it is, and that Denver is on one of the highest plateaus in the country. I mean, it's not his fault for any of those things. But I mean, I'm so glad for Todd Helton that he got in, because of the fact that people held the fact that he played in Coors Field against him. It does not deny, or it should not be denied, the type of career that he had. And his career numbers are sensational. 369 total home runs, 1,400 career RBIs, 1,300 walks. That is in itself is big. A batting average of 316. This dude led the majors in RBIs in 2000 with 47. He had 4 straight years, 147, 146, 109, and 117. During that span, he also had 150 some odd home runs. And man, that year where he was actually, he finished 9th that year in 01. Or I'm sorry, in 2000 in the MVP balloting. 216 hits, led the majors. 59 doubles, led the majors. 147 RBIs, led the majors. Batting average, led the majors at 372. On base percentage, led the majors, 463. Slugging percentage, 698, led the majors. OPS, 1162, led the majors. Total bases, 405, led the majors. I was an absolute fan of Todd Helton. Of course, he played quarterback at the University of Tennessee. If I'm not mistaken, he was there with Peyton Manning. He was there with Peyton Manning. I think he was either second or third string there at Tennessee. Rocky Top. Woo! And look, these numbers, man, I am just floored at the consistency of one Todd Helton. I mean, geez, Louise Jefferson. This cat, man, I'm telling you, it was nothing short of remarkable. I'm telling you. So congratulations to Todd Helton. Again, first ballot Hall of Famer, along with Adrian and along with the third guy that we're going to mention. And that, of course, is Joe Mauer. Now, Joe Mauer to me, he had a really, really, really good career. And I'm not saying that he wasn't Hall of Fame worthy. What I am saying is Joe Mauer got in on 76% of the ballot first time. Todd Helton, of course, was his 6th time. And, of course, Adrian Beltre, his first time. 95% of the vote for Adrian, 80% for Todd, and 76% for Joe Mauer. And Joe Mauer's career, like I said, it may not have, I mean, I shouldn't say it wasn't great, because if it wasn't great, he wouldn't be in. He just would not be in. He was the face of a franchise, in Minnesota with the Twins that constantly contended for the AL pennant. And he actually won the MVP award in 2009. Let's look at his numbers from that year. 28 home runs, 96 RBIs. He had a batting average of 365, led the league. On base percentage of 444, led the majors. OPS of 1031, led the majors. OPS plus led the majors, 171. All-Star MVP, Gold Glove, and also the Silver Slugger from that year. And Joe Mauer, he actually led the American League and led the majors in batting on two other different occasions. 347 that he hit in 06, and then 328 in 2008. So he actually led the majors in batting average 2 straight years. MVP balloting number 4 in 08, and then before finally winning it in the next year. And all-time, I mean, he's one of the all-time great catchers out there. Seriously, he really is. And played first base there towards the end of his career. You know how it is as a catcher. Your legs begin to go. And first base is probably the infield position that you have to, I guess, for the lack of a better word, have the least amount of athleticism. I don't mean that in no bad way. Also in 05, he led the league led the majors with 11 sacrifice flies as well. So you know what that means. So yeah, very good career for Joe Mauer. His career line looks like this. He had a career hit total of 21-23, 428 doubles, 143 home runs. And that, I mean, I don't know. That's a low number. 923 runs batted in. His career batting average was 306. Career OPS is 827. So again, it may not be the jaw-dropping numbers that we've seen from other Hall of Famers, but nonetheless, he did have a very, very good career. And that leads me to this, because there are other, I mean, even in this class, all right? I mean, for me, for Gary Sheffield to not get in, and I understand that he was on the Mitchell report. I get that. But Gary Sheffield never tested positive for the stuff. Just like Barry Bonds never tested positive for the stuff. Even though they appeared on the Mitchell report, Gary Sheffield, in his last chance, only got 64% of the vote. And again, I don't believe that the media was too fond of Gary Sheffield, man, but you cannot deny that dude's numbers, man. I mean, 509 home runs, almost 1,700 career RBIs, led the majors in batting average in 1992 with the Padres, led the majors in on base percentage in 1996, and with that OPS and plus OPS all in that same year. 42 home runs, 120 driven in. Ridiculous. Now, of course, that was during the steroid era, right? Or the performance-enhancing drug era. 94, 95. Let's just go to 96. 96, 42 home runs, 120 driven in. He gets traded, or he actually, that's his second year with Florida, the Florida Marlins back then. But then they skyrocket, 99, 34 homers. With the Dodgers in 2000, 43 homers. Then 36 homers with the Dodgers again. Then he goes to the Braves in 2003, 39 homers. Goes to the Yankees, 36 homers. I mean, the dude's numbers are undeniable. And again, he never tested positive for any sort of drug like that. But I think for Gary Sheffield, the media couldn't stand him, and maybe some fans couldn't stand him. And to me, that is not a viable reason to keep somebody out of the Hall of Fame. So again, oh yeah, one other thing too. Billy Wagner. Billy Wagner fell just short. He fell 5 votes short of getting in. Now, to me, it's kind of like, who would not have voted for Mariano Rivera to get, or Ken Griffey Jr. rather, to get a unanimous vote? Well, same thing to me with Billy Wagner. And he's going to get in on the next ballot. I mean, it'll be his 10th year on the ballot, and he's sitting at 74% of the vote. And remember, you need 289 total votes to get in. So he's going to get in as well. So congratulations again to Adrian, Todd, and Joe. You saw the video at the beginning of the segment where he got the call from Cooperstown, welcoming in to immortality. All right, come on back to the other side of the break. I want to get to some more of this Hall of Fame stuff because some of it is just ain't right. Willie Epting Jr., #Brothers of Baseball Show. Y'all coming back and holler at us.